Maybe. No, it's.
Hold on.
The other side.
Yeah. No.
Welcome.
When did you get down?
I got down last night. Got here. The weather was great. Went out to eat. Took my mom out to eat. Me and some of my advisors down here already. I had a nice workout today with strength and conditioning. Got stretched out. I'm ready to go.
So how much do you feel, I guess, as any rookie sort of behind the eight ball, that this whole offseason you weren't able to do anything to work with the coaches, have any involvement with the team?
Well, I can't control that. So I only work on what I can control. That's staying in shape, getting my shots in, getting my skill level up, and keeping my conditioning up. It was a nerve-wracking experience. I was ready to get down here, but I couldn't control it, so I made sure my body was in condition and I was ready to go.
How concerned were you that there might not be a season at all and you might have to explore other options for this year?
The thought ran through my head a couple times, but I took it one day at a time. My parents, my trainer, they just said take it one day at a time, so that's what I did.
How close were you to figuring out what those other options might be?
No, I wasn't ready to go overseas or anything like that. I had options to go over, and I had other jobs lined up for me, but at the end of the day, I wanted to make sure I was ready to play when the lockout was over, and now that it looked like it's finally over, I'm ready to play.
What's the process going to be like for you to get ready for Friday when you don't really know what Friday is going to entail? You really don't know what the start of an NBA camp is like. How do you get ready for that?
Well, mentally, you just have to be prepared for basically prepared for the worst. There's going to be a lot of things thrown at me, but with me being in college for 4 years, I think I have a quick learning curve. So I'm mature enough to be able to handle criticism. But as long as you work hard and earn the respect of the veterans, I think everything will be fine. Because this team was already good, without me being here. So me learning, having a quick learning curve, only thing I can do is make us better.
How much contact did you have with any of those veterans this offseason?
I spoke to LeBron, with him being an Ohio guy. I spoke with him the most. Spoke with JJ a couple times because we have similar agents. So I didn't speak to a lot of people because a lot of guys were in and out of the country a lot, but LeBron the most.
You weren't able to work out with him or anything, were you?
Yeah, I worked out with LeBron a couple times in Akron.
And you think you could get anything from that, like
definitely.
Just chemistry-wise,
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He opened up his place for me to work out at his place. He's a physical specimen, man. He's the truth, and it was just great to be around him. He's a normal guy, A lot of people ask me, how is he? I was like, I don't know, he's just LeBron. He's a normal guy. So.
Were you a little nervous?
Not nervous. I was skeptical. I didn't know how he would, take me, how his personality was. But the only thing I could do is, be myself. Let them see how I am, and they respond from there.
What kind of advice did he give you? Being yourself, not worrying about, they're veterans, they're all-stars.
Well, everybody respects hard work. And that's at the end of the day, if you work hard, everybody respects that. So that's who I am. That's how I've always been. So he said, as long as I work hard, he said I'll be fine.
The Heat's conditioning test is kind of notoriously difficult. Yeah. I'm sure you've heard about that. How did you go about preparing for that when, again, you couldn't be told exactly by the coaches what it was going to be?
Well, my trainer that I was working with, he was a former NBA player, so that made it easier. So he ran me a lot, had me doing a lot of drills on the move to keep my cardio at an all-time high. So I think I'll be ready for it, and the better. I think I'm in pretty good condition now, so it can only get better with the conditioning, the coaches here have.
As far as the mental side of the game, you got to have a very quick learning curve, right? I mean, less than 3 weeks, it's opening.
Oh, yeah.
And even
that's what it's all about. We've been ready to play, so I'm just ready to get on the court. All the learning things, it'll happen. Like I said, being in school for 4 years, I feel like my learning curve will be quicker than the average rookie, so I'm ready.
Norris, who is the trainer that you were, the former NBA player that you worked with?
Cedric Toney.
Oh, okay.
Was there a specific skill stressed you to really improve upon to better fit within this offense or defense, whatever, as a team?
Well, the team wants me to play to my strength, which is my speed, but my long-range shot, getting more reps. Obviously the college line is a little closer, so my long-range shot, running up and down the NBA court, but I don't feel like that's going to be a problem because I've been running a lot. So, but the distance basically on the shot, and then the physicality, you can't really practice that. You have to just get used to the physicality of the game.
How big a deal was today for you? I mean, even just
Oh,
normal being around a few guys.
Oh, it was great. Finally just to get down here. I've been waiting so long. It's like you wait your whole life to get here, then you had to wait another 6 months. So just great, relaxing to finally get down here. I have my mom down here with me, so it's just great to be around the staff.
What was your normal daily workout routine during?
I work out in the morning, on court, do a lot of running, then I do weight room in the afternoon.
How much of your summer was spent down here in Miami?
Not a lot. I think I came down here for a vacation after I graduated. Came down here for a vacation after I graduated, but not a lot of time. Because I don't really have I don't have a lot of people down here. Most of my family's in the Midwest.
And you said your family's down here with you right now.
My mother.
Your
My
mother
mother's
came
down here with me. Mm-hmm.
She helping you find a place? Or?
Yep, she gonna help me move in. She got to put her touch on everything. So it's better for her, to know that I'm okay. She wanted to come, and I'm like, okay, Mom, you can come.
What area are you looking at? The beach? Or?
No, I'm looking right around here, somewhere close.
Yeah.
Until I familiarize myself with the area, I'm gonna be close where I can get right here to the workplace and right back.
Do you have a feel for the city yet at all? The vibe or anything like that?
It's different from Dayton a lot. It's almost seems like paradise down here, but once basketball starts, you don't really. You try not to pay attention to that. The weather is great, obviously, but my focus is gonna be getting better, trying to help us get a championship.
Even though you weren't here, obviously, for the finals.
Right.
Have you allowed yourself to daydream at all about going to Dallas on Christmas and
All the time.
watching them raise
Yeah.
that banner?
No, all the time. I can only imagine how the guys who were here last year is gonna feel, but I've been thinking about just putting on a uniform, playing, with the Miami Heat over my chest. Let alone playing Dallas on Christmas. That just makes it that much better.
And how about also the bullseye factor, knowing that every game you go into, it's like a championship for the team you're playing against.
But that's what you want. You come to the NBA to play against the best, and then to actually have the best on your team, and everybody giving you their best shot. That's just gonna make it great. Every night you have that motivational factor to go out there and show.
Okay. Thanks.
Thanks a lot.